what can I say? It's as it is said in the Buddha Suttas. It's clear as clear.
As clear as clear. Very, very good.
Wow. Hindsight, I can see how simple it is, and how crazy the mind can imagine the situation.
Yes. Yes. Have you come to that understanding that there is no thinking entity? Yeah, the thinker is just a thought.
Yeah.
And it's just one thought after another thought after another thought that gives me a false sense of continuity that makes me feel that there is a thinker and I am thinking. Yeah, and I am the one thinking whether I should do or I shouldn't do. And that thinker, the false thinker, makes a false doer. And that false doer now experiences the effect of that false action, and that's the false experience. Now there is a false experiencer born of what? Nothing. The assumed I.
I'm like a creative movie. We have nothing to do, so you do something.
Yeah.
It's if I have to put it in words, it's for the intellect. It's interesting how these stages happened. It all fell in place. Maybe it's supposed to. Like when I started texting you, asking you questions, couple of months ago. I think maybe if I have to analyze it, it's all like dropping some of the lasting hold from work life, and then personal life. There's in fact nothing. I think when we are very young, we are that way, maybe molded in a different way, and then we got hold on to a friend or somebody, and then dropping that also naturally, and then it cleared the way to get all these realizations. I think Advaita was the cherry on the top. Yes. It was so simple. Yes. I think everything else was so complex. Even the Ramana Maharishi's, after you said go listen to Ramana's series, I've explained. Because at one point I was like, oh, it's so silent. And then I was like, I'm watching myself thinking, so am I not in awareness? So that point, I didn't understand that it's going out as mind. I was like, how can I think and also be in awareness? So it all fell in place, and then Advaita was like, oh my god, it is so simple. I think it clearly. Yeah. I was like, wow. I became, after this last weekend session, I feel like I've become deaf. Everything stopped.
You are a spiritual teacher's delight. Do you know that? You make it all worth it. मेरी सारी मेहनत सफल हो गई बस. Sindhu got it done. My work is done. Chalo, pack up.
If Sindhu has to tell Ekta, then it's like, thank you for telling the same thing relentlessly in multiple different words.
Yeah. After every session, I come and break my head on the wall. Did they get it? Oh, I have to try something new now.
I listened to all the questionnaire just to follow through, and it's so clear. It is very clear. Listening to everything, it's very clear, and I can see how you are trying to explain this, which is it can be interpreted in many different ways to the mind's imagination. Yeah. Now I can understand how individuals can put it in a book in a different way, how they were able to.
Yeah.
Is this it?
What more do you want?
I'm just surprised because I took a walk.
Hmm.
Like I texted you 3 days back. I took a walk after a long time. It was a little warmer, so I was like, because previously when you say everything is same, there's no thing, I was like, the mind imagine something, how everything can be the same thing. I took that walk and came back and oh my god, this is what everything is the same. It's just that one thing. I don't know, it's inside or like you say, you inside. It can be interpreted in multiple ways. And then I was sitting silent. That's when it was like, it was overflowing. It's like,
Yeah.
it's different. It's not a feeling, but it's a different feeling.
Correct. It is near and it is far. It is here and it is there. It is I and it is still not I. It is everywhere. The I has dissolved. The I is no more. Don't knock the door. Nobody's home.
There is no time sense. At least the last 2 days, I felt I'm not living in the body. That's the routine understanding is. It's different. It's very different.
Yeah.
At least in the last 4 weeks or 1.5 months, there is not a point where I got lost. It was always knowingly because of, like you say, habit patterns, especially in work related things.
Yeah.
And like, it just starts to, the mind just starts to appear. And I'm like, okay. And then it goes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Sorry?
It's beautiful that you understand this.
I can connect the dots back to my younger self. And my sister asked, how can you be this carefree? Don't you get bothered about anything? It's like it doesn't matter. It's almost the same thing.
Yes. Yes. When you were a baby, in the cradle, little Sindhu in the cradle, okay? Barely has opened her eyes, barely. Opens her eyes for 1-2 hours in a day, goes back to sleep. Yes? Did that little Sindhu have the feeling of, I am the body? Would you even feel the body? You wouldn't even know there is a body. Yeah? It's just a bundle of some sensations, I feel. That's it. Only sensations. Nothing else. Yeah? You can have the same experience if you sit in a dark room.
Yeah.
Absolutely dark room. There is no body. There's just sensations. And there's just thoughts. And when you're a baby, you don't even have those thoughts. You've still not developed the thinking and the I and the one that collects the thoughts. Yeah. Pure, going back to the pure core that I am. Everything else on the top was conditioning that I took on from family, friends, school, and then college, then office, then other people, social, this organization, that organization, and it just went on and on and on and on and on. Go back to the core. The pure core is nothing. Silence. It's so simple.
Yes.